Oh, I love it when we get an NFC North matchup with a lot on the line, and that is exactly the case. The Chicago Bears still chasing that first-round bye. The Minnesota Vikings in a win-and-in scenario here to get into the postseason. Buck, you better buckle up, man. It is going to be a physical affair in this one.
Yeah, as my dad would say, this is a big boy football game. Lot of pads popping. It's the kind of defense that you want to see. And when I think about the defense, it obviously has to come to the Bears and the way the Bears are playing. Roquan Smith, their first-round pick from a year ago, has been terrific on the inside. A lot of attention is going to Khalil Mack and some of the others on the front line. But Roquan Smith's instincts and his ability to make plays have certainly helped this Bears defense. Here we see him sniffing on the second level, coming on a simple blitz, beats the guard trying to come over to get him, gets a sack. It's these kind of negative plays that the Bears have routinely made throughout the season. Roquan Smith has certainly had his hand on plenty of those. Here we see him right behind Akeem Hicks, forces him, cleans up the tackle. Woo. Their ability to put you behind the chains because they make big plays on early downs. Roquan Smith is one of the catalysts on this defense. He's one of the reasons why they are really positioned to make a run at getting a first-week bye in the postseason.
Yeah, a lot of these great defenses are built through their linebackers. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better linebacker core than what they've assembled there with the Chicago Bears. But I'm telling you, they have a new challenge here with this Minnesota team because they find a way to get Dalvin Cook rolling a little bit and provide some balance there with Kirk Cousins and this offense. We knew Dalvin Cook, Buck, when we studied him at Florida State, how dynamic and how special he was. It just needed to come together, health and then just click. And you see just how nifty he is, a little inside spin move there. You get him in tight quarters. He's like a magician, how he can kind of find his way out of there. And then you not only have to worry about him running between the tackles, he can run it outside. He can also get it done as a route runner. You're going to see him right here with our special fancy graphic even before he gets going, Buck. It's like he saw it before it even happened. That little play action. He leaks out into the flat, and then you give him that type of space, and he can hit the turbo button, and you see a lot of juice there. For those that haven't really watched a lot of Minnesota Vikings, haven't watched a lot of Dalvin Cook, think of what Alvin Kamara is doing with the Saints. You can do all those things with Dalvin Cook. He's that special of a player. And if the Minnesota Vikings are going to win this game and potentially could go back to Chicago and play him next week in the postseason, Dalvin Cook needs to be a big part of the plan.
Yeah, it has to be all about getting the ball to your best players and allowing those guys to do work. Dalvin Cook is one of the best players, and I think they have 4 playmakers on offense. Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen,
got 2 wide receivers,
and then Kyle Rudolph. If those guys play well, I think they handle the Bears. I think they handle the Bears, and we get a chance to see this played back a week from now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Minnesota Vikings win this football game, and as much as we've talked about Dalvin Cook and those receivers, the headline's going to be, hey, it's going to be the week after Christmas, but Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer still delivered. Game-winning touchdown, Kyle Rudolph. You heard it here first. The Minnesota Vikings get the win and maybe another shot at the Bears the following week.